bro, I'm gonna ask you a question, man. What do you think is the importance of having dreams in this life journey?
So I think it's like everything, as they say, what this life is life is but a dream. Merely, 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 merely. Life is but a dream. So I mean, it's everything, because it gives you a goal, gives you a sense of purpose, something to work towards. So I think the basis of everything what we're living in is the dream, and then every day, within every day, you're creating your dream. Even if it's something minute as you're thinking about some water, you're thirsty. That's really, it's like a dream, it's like a goal. So then you go get some water. You just manifested your dream to
Mhm.
reality in that
It could
point.
be
That simple,
yeah.
but it gives you something to work towards, something to push towards. So I feel like it's the foundation of going, of like initiation, of starting, of, like you said, purpose, having a goal. So for me, I think it's like it's major. It's like everything as far as foundation goes. What about yourself? How do you
Yeah,
feel about dreams?
I definitely I like what you said there. Like you said, life is but a dream, as they say. I feel like it's very important, man. For myself, when I think about times where I wasn't really tapping in on my dreams, my goals, my purpose, you can feel like you're getting a little bit lost or stagnant
Mm-hmm.
or feeling autopilot, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of like I'm just going through the motions, as opposed to when I'm really tapping in with my dreams, my what moves me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
What really excites me outside of anything else.
Mm-hmm.
That's I'm able to. I think it's important though. Once you have that dream, it's a difference between believing in the dream, but actually knowing that you can create this and manifest this.
Yes.
And
Yes.
as a good example, something like you said, something simple. Like I had a dream thinking about getting something to drink, some water, and you manifest this, see it happen in real time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think with dreams, once you see it happen, it's like, okay, I know I can make this happen now.
Mm-hmm.
I know I can make this happen.
Was that like how it was when it came to sit? What you rocking? Dreams take work.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
man, yes,
Like
bro.
at
Like
first it was just a thought, an idea, a
literally,
dream.
literally, like in the backyard of Mama's crib, me and the Brody Duke. Scotty, I believe, was there too, if I'm not mistaken. But just talking, man, conversing. I think I know Duke was working with the kids, working with the youth. I was already doing Boys and Girls Club and teaching, and we just like, man, we got to do something different. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We got something powerful. We got powerful energy. We got powerful ambition between what we're trying to do, and then Dreams Take Work came into
Mm-hmm.
fruition. And next thing you know, we've been rocking for since 2016, 2017. Like really, socks, merch, AAU
Mm-hmm.
program, summer camps, uh,
Tournaments.
tournaments, and we just getting started. So I appreciate you for saying that, bro. Like that's
Started with the dream.
man,
Was there
literally.
a purpose? But as you said, it's something that having a dream, having something that you have purpose for, something that ignites the soul, ignites the spirit. That to where it's not work.
Right,
Like for like
right.
even Zen, I got the idea for Zen and things like that. It wasn't work as far as working towards that and making it build from this mind, being in the void or the infinite potential world
Mm-hmm.
to bringing it to the 3D world. It wasn't work. It was something I naturally wanted to do. I was naturally after
Mm-hmm.
college, after class, I'm in the crib. I'm working. I'm looking up things. And the homie that's in there, he didn't see the vision at first. My dog Joe, he's like JoJo too amazing. He's like he didn't see the vision, but it was like every day I'm coming after school, and I'm just getting straight to it. There's certain people talking like I don't want to hear nothing
After school, you
after
said,
school.
like
I'm
you
getting
so you just
straight.
put your work in, and now you come
I'm coming
home
back home. I'm
to the
I'm
drink.
working on it. I'm doing
Mm,
all, and he
mm,
just from the work. It's just like with everything. He was like, "Oh, bro, you're making me a believer," but it was like that wasn't work. It was something I wanted to do. It
mhm.
sparked my soul. It was like, let me get to this. Just like with basketball, we play sports. You play basketball, even like in the military when it came to being on the drill team. Like I wanted to be the best. My dream was to be the best. Just like basketball. If you want to be the best, what do you have to do? You have to work on
Gotta
it.
put that work in,
Or
man.
put time in it, spend time with it. It's like
Mm,
a relationship.
gotta be
If you want to,
dedicated,
if you want a
dedicated.
good marriage, you want a good relationship, you got to
Mm,
spend time with that. You
yes,
got to be
sir.
consistent with it. You got to be persistent with that relationship. And that's how it was even with the military on the drill team. Like they're on a trip, they're on a West Coast tour to doing halftime shows for the Lakers and all of that. And we're people that's back. it's time to train. And I want to be the best. So I'm like, all right, after work, I'm going to put in these hours. It's because I want to put in these hours. But from putting in that work and knowing what I want, it made it to where I didn't have the distractions that some other people was going to have. I wasn't going out on the weekdays to go drink or party because I'm good on that. I want to train, get better, go play basketball, and I'm good on that. Set the crib. So I'm cutting out distractions. And which that allowed me to make do a drill before anybody else that I graduated in my class, to make 4-man training faster than anybody at the point in time, 5 months within, because I was locked in
Locked in like
and I
that.
wanted to be locked in. I didn't have the distractions. It was easy to keep the distractions away because I know those shits didn't matter when it came to the overall goal. If I
you was
want to be the
focused on.
coldest at this,
Yeah.
I got to put in the work.
Yeah.
So I think all of those things, shows the connection of how it's not ideally hard to make your dreams happen or make the things that you want happen. It's really about just taking the time, finding the practical steps of how I can make this come from the infinite consciousness, the infinite potential into this reality. What are the practical steps, the little things that I need to do? It could be 3 times a week, it can be 5 times a week, but the things that I need to do on a consistent basis to make this happen. If I want to save up $200, what is the practical way to do it? Okay, if I save $10 a month, or if I save $20 a month, over this time, eventually I'm going to get to that $200.
It's inevitable.
It's inevitable. So you give yourself the small practical steps as far as being able to make this happen.
Yeah.
But also know at the same time when you make that decision, as we said, that is something that you want. Like I say, all right, I'm focusing on myself right now. I'm not even worrying about goddesses or anything like. When you say stuff like that, what happens? You go outside. Next, they coming to you.
Attractive.
Oh, you sure this is what you want now? You sure you want to be the best basketball player you say you want to be? You sure you really want to make dream tech work happen? Yeah, you can put this money to reinvest in yourself, or you can take this go on this trip, go on this trip with the bros. So I think that all those, like you said, the D's. If you want to make the dream happen, you gotta dedicate yourself to it, and by dedicating yourself to it, you can get rid of the distractions, but to make things happen. I guess you can. I don't say faster, but you're almost setting yourself up and a for surefire way to get what you want, or the universe will direct you to the things where you're supposed to get to by following the things that you want.
I agree, bro. And I think too, some of the most successful people that are out here living their best life or financially free, living on their own accord.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're able to. I've heard a lot of times they break it down just like you did. It's the simple, practical steps.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the rocket science. It's not impossible by any means. And it gets to a point when you set yourself up, you know what your vision is. You not believe it, know. You're taking the practical steps to get there, you're going to get there and then some. And also by being locked in and focused, it'll be, I think, like you mentioned, it'll be easier to drown out those distractions, but you'll also be grasping more and more skills to be more disciplined as well. You're gonna be focused, locked in, like, nope, this is what we own, this is what we own, this is what we own. So I think it's very important once you lock in the dream, in the vision, write it down. You know what I'm saying? And write it down, journal, even if, put it visually where you can see it, where you can see it constantly, in your bathroom, above the toilet, on the mirror, like these constant reminders, as the wallpaper on your phone. Like this, it has to be to the point where we talked about the other day. Is like, if this is something that you really say you want to do, then if other opportunities or other situations are coming up and they don't fit in, they don't align with making this happen.
Yep. Get rid of that.
Get rid of that.
Kobe said, delete it all if it ain't part of your what you want.
If this is really what you want. But that's something I've learned too, and even having to be honest with myself at different times, like, you really want this, man?
Yeah.
Like, do you really want it? Like, let's be real. Because if you do, let's get it. But if you don't, let's stop pussyfooting around. You know what I'm saying?
Being half-assed.
And stop pump faking like we about to do this. So, yeah, man.
Are there any things as like currently that you say that you're like working towards, as far as that maybe small, you can call them distractions, or things that are not truly helpful within your journey, or the things that you're trying to do?
Bro,
right
first
now?
thing that come to my mind, man, is is growing up being such a sports fanatic, mainly with basketball and
Hmm.
football. Uh, I feel like as much as I enjoy these sports and enjoy playing sports and whatnot, like watching games, bro, watching games, sitting down, watching NBA games, watching NFL games, like that shit takes a lot of your time. You know what I'm saying? And it became a ritual for me. Just being
Hmm.
honest, like, oh, it's Saturday, so college football's on. We finna make plans almost around this, or Sundays make like
Hmm.
so that, bro, that's something. It's something very simple, but it's something that I can do right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Especially I know football season just kicked off, so it's like I'm already feeling myself like it's dope because I feel myself in a different space. Like I don't care to watch that shit
Yes.
like I
Yes.
usually do.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's something small right now for myself. How about
I
you, bro?
definitely understand that 100%. I remember I had the thought. I was like a couple years back. I'm like, man, these niggas that's hooping or playing football, they getting paid to play.
You get a nice check.
So people that are watching them, we're not getting paid to watch. So they're already doing what it is that they want to do
Mhm.
to get paid for whatever that they want to do. So I'm taking time away from working on things that I can begin
To watch
working on
them do
myself to
their
watch them do
craft.
what they're doing.
Yeah, sure.
So that's what made it obviously outside of being a player person, not a team person, but that used to be one of the steps as well as far as getting away from wanting to watch these sports. That's how one of the reasons they keep us docile. Give them sports and games, entertainment. So by
Keep
knowing
you
that, it's like
distracted.
okay, let me get away from that a bit.
Yes,
But also
yes.
at the same time, like little things such as YouTube and watching things that I don't need to watch anymore, like certain self help things or tarot card readings or some people perceptions on certain things, where I already know I already have that level of understanding.
Hmm.
I don't need you to tell me what I already know.
I
I keep
got you. It
reiterating.
feels a little
It's
redundant.
it's at the point now where it's like okay, I need to be being the one that's talking.
Mm. Yes,
I'm
sir.
it's done with listening. It's time for action. I'm at
Hmm.
that point now, but it's getting comfortable with stepping away from that programming that I was in of more of consuming and learning and gaining knowledge. Like Christos, when the nigga disappeared from a certain age to 30, then he finally pops out, sharing. It's like at that feel like this point in time, it's like time to be doing. Like
Mm.
now we know what it up,
Yes,
like
yes.
time to be doing and giving. But it's still a process. I'll be lying if I say I done perfected it.
Hmm.
I got all my energy down to a T to
You and
where
me both,
I
bro.
don't waste or do this because I do. Even social media. This is why sometimes since Facebook, in my space, I would take a week off, a month off, 2 months off, because I never want to be addicted to anything or have a vice or anything. So it's like, okay, let me take a break from this. Even if it's smoking, the ganja, you know what I'm saying? Smoking that young gas, that herb, taking breaks from that, because then it can give space, like when I get off of Instagram, I'll get off and I'm not logged in. So
Hmm.
my natural setting, pull up my phone, open up Instagram. But since I'm not logged in, I'm like, oh, there's other things I could be doing outside of this. I'm not making money from this right now. I'm
Exactly.
not utilizing it in a business type of way. It could be better. So there's other things I can be doing. We're not smoking. Okay, that space and time I could be doing other things. Like getting more comfortable, taking that time. All right, more Spanish.
Hmm.
I want to get better in Spanish.
Hmm.
I spend more time in Spanish, even if it's 18 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes a day.
Step,
Let's do that.
little steps,
And
bro.
being one thing that just popped in my spirit now is like being okay with looking long term, game planning long term, getting out of survival mode to
Mm.
where I'm thinking about the next check or this week and that week. Like I used to say, if it's beyond 2 weeks, it's too ahead of time, too far away from me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not thinking that far ahead. But getting to the point to where you can be like truly living, you can start game planning. All right, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, or if I do these little things and delayed gratification.
That's what's coming to my
If
mind.
I do these little things, these practical things, I do this for 6 months, 12 months, I'm gonna be in a totally different space. I think about my dog 40. I went to college with my homie, my Brody. Like his dream ideally wasn't to do box trucking,
Okay.
but he had a part of the dream is to be financially free, be your own boss, right? So within the journey, he couldn't do certain things because of the way his life was set up, of what things has happened for him. But he decided to, all right, I'm gonna lock in on this DoorDash for these next few months. I'm gonna stack up this bag and I'm gonna find out ways to run it up through DoorDash, find little cheat codes, little back doors to run this money up. And when I run it up, I'm not going to increase my bills or go get these kicks, go get these J's, and try to be fly and keep up with the Joneses. I'm going to stack this money up.
That's the discipline.
I'm going to take this money from DoorDash and I'm going to give me a box truck. Next, you know, years later, man, my dog, you think he had like 4 box trucks, now 5 box trucks. He got classes for dispatching. He got 4 drivers now. Like I just leave him just post with his new driver. He gonna be bringing in all together. He gonna be bringing over a meal. A couple years back,
Creating
you
his own
probably
empire,
didn't see
bro.
that coming whatsoever. But you said the
Salute to him, man.
discipline, letting go of distractions, not letting outside sources and influence you and exceptionalize certain things. Like I need to go get this bag. I need to go get this car. Nah, I'm gonna stay down, as some people would say. Lock in. All that shit that don't matter, fuck that trip. I know people going to Jamaica, going to Miami, going here. Man, I know they don't got more money than me. How they doing? I don't care about none of that. I'm just gonna focus and hone in and mind my business. Mind my business.
Mind your race as opposed to looking at other
Yes,
people's.
yes, yes. And have
Yeah,
tunnel
bro.
vision within that. Like I said, just put your head down and keep going. Next, you know, you're gonna look up and be like, oh damn,
Look at
I just did
this.
all that.
And I think I love what you're saying, bro. And I think that's something big for those individuals. When you tap into your dreams, you have your vision, and it's like, all right, I got it. I know what I want to do. One of the distractions can be the people that we have in our lives, the friends, the girlfriends, boyfriends. Like that's why I think we need to be careful about the circle and those that we keep around us. But I also think, man, we can't. The significance of spending time alone, spending time alone while you're building your vision, while you're building your goals. I think a lot of times we try to fall in love and start a family and all of these other things, which are amazing, of course. But I've seen too many times, bro, where people get into these situations where now, oh, I can't chase my dreams now because I got these 3 kids. Like, oh, I can't do this now because of this. And it's like, first of all, that's an excuse, and that's something you chose to do. First of all, second of all, it's like if you would have thought about focusing and honing in on this first, those other things ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I've struggled with too, is that FOMO, that fear of missing out. Like I remember when we first got the Playa, bro. Like I would just go walk up and down Fifth like damn near every day, like until it finally dawned on me, like, bro, you ain't missing nothing.
You
It's the
live here,
same,
bro.
and I live here. It's something in me, just like,
Uh-huh.
of course the ocean's right there, but it's like, I don't know. I just need to be by the
You gotta
action.
be active, yeah.
That ain't it,
Yeah, that
bro.
reminded me of my
That ain't
pops,
it.
man. He used to always say, when I was younger, he'd be like, yo, leave them streets alone. He's like, you come back 10 years from now, they're gonna be doing the same thing. You're like, leave, you're not missing out on nothing. You're not missing out on nothing. Handle your handle. Do what it is that you want to do. Focus on you.
Handle your
You're not
biz.
gonna miss out on anything.
What's for you is for you.
100%, man.
What's
One
for you
hundred
is for
percent.
you, man.
So I definitely get that 100%, bro. Like really, one, spending time with yourself even before to figure out what it is that you want, what you want to do for yourself, and then two, within that, you know, like Kobe said and other people say, like the things that don't matter, don't align with it, or even the people. You can still be connected, but it's like, all right, I'm working on this. You guys are not in line with that. I'm gonna see you when I see you to an
Exactly.
extent.
With
No
all
harm,
love and
loss with all
respect.
love. I'm
Exactly.
gonna see you when I see you. If
Exactly.
we are working towards the same thing,
That's
then okay, we
different.
can be around each other. Or even if you do decide to, connect with a goddess or connect with a god, if you're a female, are they going to be the type that's going to motivate you, push you, or even support you within you pursuing what it is that you want to pursue? You want somebody that's going to be on that type of time, not somebody that's going to be like, you know, they want to choose their comfortability of having you around over what it is that you truly want for yourself. Because it's easy once you connect with a divine being to want to have that around all the time. But you want your person that you're connected to, that you have a harmony, a union with, to be with the maturity to be like, okay, I know this is what you want, go get it. I'm going to be here for you to go get it. I'm going to help you, motivate you to go get it. I know I'm probably not going to have you the way I would want to probably have you around because you are working towards what you want, but I'm glad that I get to witness it, help you out in what type of way as I'm working towards whatever it is I'm working towards.
Bingo. That
And then when we
part.
come together, we can appreciate the time that we do have together because we know that outside of this, we are working towards our dreams and our goals. So I feel like having that alignment of the tribe that you have around you is going to is major also. Yeah, even when you, like you said, you're on a dream, you're on your goal. Yes, it's cool to be by yourself. have that focus and not get distracted, but it's also cool to have people that are like-minded that are going to help you. You know, dream work make the team work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, teamwork make the dream work. Let me get it right. Teamwork make the dream work. So if you have a team of people, a tribe of people that are, even if they're not working on the same thing, they're working towards something. It's going to motivate, you know, that's going to help motivate you. You know, like you have Dreams Take Work, I have Zen. You working with Dreams Take Work and healing the healers, you know, that's like, oh, bro, I like that. Man, I'm gonna incorporate that with Zen. Oh, you on your shit? Oh, you about to
Exactly.
go do this? Oh,
Exactly.
let me go do this. You know, it's like
Iron
it's like a
sharpening iron.
iron
It's like,
sharpen iron.
yeah, we all
You know, so the people in
building
your
off each other.
circle, they're not, you would say, like being dormant. You know, they're not doing nothing to where it's easy for that could probably run off you and be like, oh, I'm just gonna chill with my dogs.
Mm-hmm.
If they get into it, you're like, oh shit, and you got the energy that you have, I know you'd have, you can be like, shit, I'm gonna get to it too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Exactly.
gonna make it move.
Yeah.
So I feel like that right there, when you have that alignment, the right tribe, the right people, that in itself is gonna help cut out distractions, you know, but and also at the same time help you stay disciplined, stay consistent. I would say my new thing is being consistently persistent on what it is that I want. I
Consistent and persistent.
met a dude in Mexico.
I like that, bro.
He was a millionaire dude, real estate. And talk about how he first got his first crib. They didn't want to give it to him, but he was persistent, calling, consistently persistent, calling, trying to get the spot. They weren't trying to flow with him. Finally got it. And then he was like, all he needs is that one opportunity.
That's
And
it.
just from that energy, you could tell what type of person he was going to be. Because if you're going to continue to be that way, you get what you want. You're just going to, like Kobe. He's going to be, I always bring up Kobe because he's going to be successful no matter what he does.
Yeah.
Because it's all about being able to focus in and put the time in this that you want. So it's just like if he's already focused on hooping and all that dedication, he lets that go. I'm just going to take this same concentration, same focus, and apply it here. I'm going to be successful. You already seen he was highly successful in that, and that's what the dude did. He's already had the consistency, the energy to be persistent. What he want. Then he finally broke through the mold. He just took that and just kept going. And I remember when I said, I was like, yo, yeah, I was like, my new thing now is saying I'm gonna be consistently persistent. He was like, oh my God, oh my God, you just made my whole entire trip. This nigga rich. I don't know what he could have been doing on this trip. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you just made my whole entire trip. You get it.
That was the message
You
that
get
we
it.
needed.
You
And
know?
both of y'all got that.
And to be honest, I haven't been in that form, Matt, since in that type of go since the military. I touched small inklings of it, like with the books, the
Mm-hmm.
short story books I was writing, where it's like, yo, or even, you know what I'm saying, or even Zen. I first got the idea for Zen. I'm like, I'm cooking up and there's nothing that matters. People could be going to smoke, going to eat. I don't care. I'm not hungry
Focusing on
because
your
I'm so
shit.
focused on what I'm doing and what I want to
In that
do
flow state.
that it don't even matter. I gotta tell myself, bro, you haven't ate today. Let's go get a
Yeah.
smoothie. You know what I'm saying? It's 8 p.m. You've been doing this all day. Let's go get a smoothie. You know, but it's like because I'm in that flow. But then I know I haven't been truly consistently persistent in the things that I want to achieve. Because if I was, especially when it comes to Spanish, I'll be speaking way better Spanish right now.
Mm.
I've been in Mexico for over a year, been in Peru. It's already the ninth month now. My
Yeah.
Spanish should be way better. But if
Yeah.
I'm being honest with
Uh-huh.
myself,
Which is the key.
I haven't been consistently persistent within pursuing the relationship that is my baby Espanol. You know what I'm saying? So
I
if I
like
know that,
that.
you know, and I switch, make that flip, and really get into that with being honest with myself, I can imagine where I'm going to be at. Like I said, being comfortable with seeing myself a year from now, 2 years from now,
We're gonna be
3 years
doing
from
this
now.
in full
In
Spanish.
Spanish.
Literally. Literalmente. Yes, sir. One last thing I want to say too, though, about for myself with distractions, is this here, bro. This phone, man. Like, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Of
That
course,
cell,
it's the
man.
balance. It's easy way you can make money off this joint. You can so many things you can do with this, but
Can lock you up, man. That
man,
cell phone.
cell phone, staring in that black mirror, and for myself, like I literally been looking at my screen time has been crazy, bro. So like that for me has been something that I'm also working on
Mm-hmm.
is cutting out the distraction of how much time I'm spending on my phone. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying?
Especially if it's not in a creative, you're not using your phone to be creative, to be
Exactly.
creating, to be.
And all of this we talking about, you got to be being honest with yourself at the
Mm-hmm.
highest levels. Like if you into lying to yourself and trying to pump fake and all of that, like this ain't for you.
Yes,
You know what I'm
yes.
saying? 'Cause you got to be for real to yourself.
100%.
Like,
And you can switch narratives easy to
easily,
comfort yourself. Like it's like, everything is
easily.
always everything. Everything is always perfect. I'm exactly where I need to be, and those are facts.
Uh-huh.
But if I'm really if I'm being truthful with myself at the same time, I could be somewhere else if I chose a different decision.
Hmm.
And I know, even though I'm at where I'm at and I love where I'm at currently, I know there's another space that I would love to be at the
That
same
part, bro.
time.
That
So if
part.
I would have just really just been more consistent and disciplined within my actions these past months, a few months, I could be in a different space. I could be in a totally different space, even though I love this space.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
let's be
likewise,
honest with ourselves,
likewise,
like you said.
likewise. Yeah.
We can be in a totally different
Yep.
space. Like so, it's like even taking the thing with the time on the phone. Like your phone tells you now that you've been on this phone for this much.
Yeah.
This how much you've been on Instagram. This how much you've been
To
on the
the
internet.
minute.
To the minutes. Like okay, if I've been on this for this many hours, especially for me,
Hmm.
what if I was in Spanish for that many
Hmm.
hours this
Hmm.
week?
And then even them hours, like how much of a bag
What
is
if I
them?
was
Is that
learning
all of
trading or
that?
something? If
Come
I was,
on, man.
meditating, learning more, getting more in touch with my tarot card readings that I want to start tapping into,
Hmm.
Reiki, those little things, herbs and spices instead of Instagram. Damn, imagine what kind of wisdom and knowledge I may be pumping out now.
That
You know what I'm
part.
saying?
But it's amazing that that you see it, bro. That you see it. You again being real with yourself, and that's powerful. That's powerful right there,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
That's it.
Because they say like what even with when you're in like sobriety or any those things you get if you drink a lot, right?
Hmm.
So the first thing is the awareness. You gotta first thing is saying you have an issue.
Man, being honest with
Like, to be
yourself.
honest, all right, now I be on the phone too much. That's to be honest with myself. I'm on the phone too much. I'm on YouTube a little bit too much, a little Instagram a little bit too much. Need to be in more Duolingo, a little
Yeah.
memorized, a little outside walking.
But these are
You
the
know.
things too that you had mentioned. Like as you find your tribe and you find the people that's like minded, they will. We can lean on each other for accountability. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, and that's like with us rooming together. Like it's amazing for how we eating. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Being intentional, intention. That's the main
Mm-hmm.
thing. It's like intention. And when you be more intentional about your life, especially where we are right now, where we're locking in on the dreams and the goals and the vision, we're gonna change your life.
In the
No
blink of
time.
an eye, man.
Yep.
No time. You never know. You can be at 5 months from now, 6 months from now. They say just lock in for 6 months. It change your whole life. He, my dog I just talked about earlier, 40. He was like, bro, if you wanted to, man, you can come up here, bro, do box training for just 1 year. He's like, I know you don't mind being on the road. He's like, you lock it for 1 year, he's like, bro, you can change your whole
Change your
entire
life.
bag on what you already have. But it's like just locking in. So go away for 6 months, go away from a year and see what happens.
And you wouldn't have even got that type of wisdom, that type of gem from somebody who's not like minded, who's not on
Mm-hmm.
a similar path.
Yes,
You know what I'm
yes.
saying?
That's seeing the reap, then seeing the rewards or reap the benefits of locking in,
Hmm.
of dedicating yourself for these amount of months or this amount of time, and seeing what the compound interest, is what's happening from that. Because that's what it is. It's like when if you invested in stocks, right, and your dividends.
Hmm.
If you reinvest your dividends over a 10-year span, compared if you don't reinvest your dividends, say we both put in the same amount of money, 500 to start. But I'm reinvesting my dividends for the next 10 years. You might
And
come back, you
I'm
might
not.
after 10 years, you might have 750. Nigga, I might have 8 million because
Hmm.
I didn't reinvest my dividends. And when I say reinvest my dividends, I get into that what about as far as your dreams and your goals. That's like really being locked in on your goals and your dreams in a high level consistency. And by doing that, that's pretty much like reinvesting your dividends. The universe just seems to start working for you at a much higher level
Yes.
compared to if you're trying to work on your goals 2 days out the week compared to somebody like me that somebody else that may be doing it 6 days a week with one Sabbath day.
Hmm.
The universe is going to be because the
That's
energy
it.
I'm
We see
putting
like
in,
in the universe, like we see you
we
working.
see you
We see
working.
you working.
So,
Here
and
you
that's
go.
really yourself. It's really yourself too at the
Exactly.
same time. It's like
Exactly.
the alchemist.
Exactly.
The universe tends to conspire on your behalf. So things tend to compound. The energy is compounding that you're putting in. So things are coming back. People you're meeting,
Hmm.
things are just happening at a different rate.
And then when you just in that flow, you're not questioning nothing. It's up. And then,
Yes.
like you say, you look up and
Bam.
next thing you know, your dreams have
Yes,
manifested.
yes, yes. So I think I want on the one thing that I had to say is like coming from where we come from, like I said before, a lot of times we're in survival mode. We don't got time to be thinking 5 years from now, a year from now,
Mm-hmm.
2 years from now, because niggas are thinking about the next time they get paid, they check, making this bill work, making this bill work. My kid needs this. They got this dance coming up. I want them to be happy. So having all those, it's like it can be difficult to an extent. But I feel like at the same time, I think getting out of survival mode and that's getting to the knowing mode, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you're like, all right, I don't know. Like Kevin said, I don't know. I got this bill. I don't know how it's gonna be paid off.
Yeah.
Get to like, no, I know it's gonna be paid off. I know it's gonna work. And no matter how this just look, all right, I have an idea, I have a goal, and I'm gonna place this here, and I'm gonna work towards it. I'm gonna put time towards this, even if it's a little bit of time a day. You can start off with 2 days out the week and then work your way up to 3 days, 4 days out the week,
Mm-hmm.
but finding your schedule with it. But you're working towards something outside of, working for the other people, their jobs, their aspirations, because that's what you're
What
doing when
we've
you're working
been,
for their
man, been
job.
programmed to do that. Like
You're
it's just
doing
so
what it is that they
normal.
want. So, and it doesn't have to be something towards money. It doesn't have to be something that can make you money. It could be something that just brings you joy. It could be painting. It could be something that's learning music. It could be learning how to trade. It could be
Mm-hmm.
something. It doesn't have to be something that's specifically with business. It could be any little thing that's something that brings you joy or sparks your heart. I mean, that ignites your soul. Because with igniting your soul, it's like it giving you life. You're gonna be appreciative of the life that you're experiencing because you're ignited, you're happy, you're on go, you're on
Yeah.
mission, you're on flow.
You ain't just no zombie out here.
Yes, yes. So you're living a different type of life with that. And I know it's easier said than done. Being in the rat race, being check to check, being in survival mode. But when you can be the observer a little bit, like, all right, I know I'm in survival mode. I know I'm living check to check, but I do have certain things that I do want to experience and bring
Mm-hmm.
into this world. I want
Yep.
to learn this instrument. I want to learn how to paint. I want to learn how to make copper bracelets or something like that. All right, I'm gonna find little times here and there during the week to start going towards that. Start working my way up and with that, and not being afraid of uh, of missing out on anything or being tired because I know I'm working towards something. And I was like, there's one other guy I want to speak about that I got to see what locking in does for you within your journey. My boy Dwayne, he's one Dwight. He's the twin of my other homie Dwayne. I met them in the military.
Okay.
But I remember Dwayne always telling me when they was like thinking it was over in England, they were stationed over in England and other places, like they about to go out. Dwayne them about to go out. But Dwight didn't want to go out. Dwight's like teaching himself how to graphic design and all that. He's like, bro, like, come out, man, let's go. Dwight's like,
I'm
nah,
cool.
I'm cool. Like, bro, like, come on, man, I'm being a lame. Like, come
Working
on,
for
bro,
my
let's come
future.
out. So over time, pretty much, like he self-taught himself how to do that. The last FIFA game that came out, soccer, he was
Mm-hmm.
one of the head design persons on it. He didn't go to school for this. One of the head design person of that game. A bunch of stuff like Uber. He didn't work with Uber, Snapchat, all these Facebook. You know, but he locked in. He wasn't going out. He wasn't.
He
Call me distracted. He's like, I'm good.
sacrificed
I want to
the
learn this. I want to get good at this. And
the
now look
instant
at him.
gratification versus the delayed.
Now look at him. Years later, he's out the service, making a hefty bag,
And what be funny
doing what he
is the
loves.
same people that sat there and watched him do that, they'll ask me like, how did you do that?
How did you get to
Was
this
this
point?
luck? This luck? Did this just happen? Like, no.
I took the time to learn,
Uh-huh.
not do things that I would normally do with the friends and my family, go party. I took that time to study, engulf myself in this, and then get better at it by working with it. And now I'm living a different life. So I think seeing people in real time also, can help you be able to move into that. Like, all right, you see it's
To know
real.
it's real.
Yes, yes,
Like you
100%.
mentioned, a lot of us grow up in survival mode. Our parents are in survival mode. So certain things we can't even fathom as being possible. So it's
Yeah,
like some things you do have to physically see it, touch it to know this is
Yes.
what it is, and you have the power to create all of this.
Yes, definitely got something we can talk about for another time. Is like, you know, think about like the one time we talked before. Remember I said that one song um about parents like and then they had other dreams, if they have other dreams they could have lived and how it
Mm-hmm.
compared to how they may be living now.
Mm-hmm.
Boss, getting to the talk about, breaking breaking the cycles. Parents being in survival mode and them only knowing what they knowing, and then you end up a lot of people are just following what their parents taught them.
That's
and keeping that
that's
cycle going. So
definitely a whole
that's a
episode.
nice conversation in
Breaking
itself.
cycles, breaking trauma bonds.
Yes.
Yo, I'm proud of us, Brody. We finally did this.
Oh God, we did.